If you can do this one, you can do any one. Let's take a look at what we have here. We have an x squared term, an x term, a number, and a number. We have an equation sign, so the question is asking us to find out what value x can be that we can sub it into the original question and make a true statement. X squareds always have two answers. So we have to find both answers to give a complete and correct answer. Now, we've been practicing factoring. You're looking x squared plus 16x plus 42, and you're thinking, I should factor that. Wait, stop. The zero product property doesn't say, if you factor and have two things multiplied together, they can equal 3. There's lots of choices for that, much, much more than 1 times 3. There's decimals, there's fractions, oh my gosh, there's square roots. So let's not go here. Why don't we take and make sure we use the zero product property? It says when two things multiply together to equal 0, either the first one is 0 or the second one is 0. Now we see the problem. This is the problem. We're not going to even start factoring until we get 0 alone on one side. All right, so let's subtract 3 from both sides, and we get x squared plus 16x, 42, 41, 40, yikes, 39. These are weird numbers. If you look at that and say, what am I going to do? Whew, take a breath and say, I know how to factor. The first thing I can do is the things that are easy, x and x. There's one more easy thing about the problem. If two numbers multiply to be positive and they add to be positive, we're looking for two positive signs. Now let's face our fears. 39, two numbers that multiply to be 39. Well, there's always that choice of 1 times 39. And the other thing maybe you remember is the sum of the digits. If 3 plus 9, if that sum is divisible by 3, then the answer is divisible by 3. 3 plus 9 is 12. You know what? 39 is definitely divisible by 3. 3 into 39 goes 13. Of course, that's why you didn't know it off the top of your head. Who knows their 13 times tables? Maybe your great-grandparents did, but we kind of have calculators, so we don't do that now. 3 times 13, we use logic to get to that clue instead of rote memorization. I think that's exactly what we were looking for. Remember, these two terms have to add up to 16x, and 3 and 13 are perfect candidates. 3x plus 13x is definitely 16x. That's not the answer. That's a subloop in the problem. We guessed, we checked, and now we're ready to solve. So to solve, now that we have this binomial, we say x plus 3 can be 0, and that will give us one of the answers. And we can say x plus 13 equals 0. That can give us the other answer. The first answer is 3, because when we put, the first answer is negative 3. Because when we put negative 3 in here and here, we get 0 times 10. That's definitely 0, and that one works out. The next answer, x plus 13 equals 0, negative 13. Because when we put negative 13 here and negative 13 here, we get 0 times negative 10. That's definitely 0. There's our two final answers. Let's review what we did. We started with a question that didn't have a 0. We made sure to move all the terms to one side. We ended up with a sum. We turned that sum into a product. That product had two factors. We set each one of the factors equal to 0, and we found the two numerical answers that satisfy the original question. Done. Why don't you try the rest of them on this sheet? You've reached level 3. You can do it.